Alright guys, so we're gonna be going through a whole bunch of stuff that you can do to prepare yourself for Witch Queen. Witch Queen is a month away, just over a month away. I'm very, very, very excited for it. So we're gonna put out a Witch Queen prep guide. I've prepped for expansions and DLCs so many times, and everybody's asked me, how do I do it? What are the best things to do? How do I get my power levels so high, so fast? So I figure, let's make a video about it. Let's show you guys stuff I do to prep for new expansions and new seasons that come out for Destiny 2. Alright, so let's just start with the first thing that most people think of to do for prep, which is bounties. When you go to your character, you go to your quest tab, you can hold up to 63 total quest and bounties together. So essentially what you first want to do is anything in this area here that are quests that you haven't completed, you want to finish. If there's ones that are things you're not going to complete, such as weapons on the moon, the essence things, just dismantle them, delete them if you're not going to complete them before Witch Queen comes out. So number one, that's what you want to do. Next is you want to stack up on your weeklies. Your weeklies include the Star Horse bounty, Iron Banner, the 4 different weekly bounties you get from Europa, the 2 moon bounties, you have 2 bounties from the Lectern, you have a ton of different clan bounties, as well as the 2 on the Cosmodrome. Do those first. I believe we are going to get 1 more Iron Banner that is going to give you an opportunity to possibly get another Iron Banner bounty if you haven't been stacking any of those yet. But definitely make sure you grab all your weeklies. You want to do your weeklies first, and then you want to grab dailies. At the point that I'm at right now, I haven't started my daily prep because there's so much time left. But you want to grab between 4 and 7 from each of the different vendors that are going to give you powerfuls. So the ones on Europa for Varix, your Crucible, Vanguard, Gunsmith, as well as Gambit. You want to hold on to those. And then if there's still some room left, you want to grab any of the ones that are from destinations, such as the EDZ, Nessus, or Cosmodrome. Cosmodrome, hands down, is the easiest place to do any of the daily bounties. So stacking up on those, I believe, is the fastest. But you're going to want to hold about 60 bounties on your character. I know you're going to have room for 63, but having 63, you may not be able to pick up new quests that come out when Witch Queen drops. So hold on to about 60 bounties per character. Prioritize your weeklies, then your dailies. If you still have space, then do repeatables. Alright, let's talk about materials now. You want to make sure you stack up on every planetary material before Witch Queen comes out. As you can see, in my inventory, I've got a bunch. I've got the Spiral, which you should spend now because Tangled Shore is going away. So if you can spend it on something, I would use it. Varian Bow, Glacial Starwort, Spin Metal Leaves, Dusklight Shards, Helium Filaments, and the Microscopic Data Lattice. Want to hold on to all that kind of stuff. You want to have about 10,000 of each. That's just kind of what I aim for. You don't need that much, but it's good to have just in case. We don't know what weapon crafting is going to look like or anything like that. So for this, you're just going to want to come and see our friend the Spider. He's going to have 4 things for sale every single day. And it's going to either cost you legendary shards or glimmer. And you're just going to want to purchase those, stock up on some of them. That way, when Witch Queen comes, you're ready to go no matter what. Other materials you want to stack up on are Ascendant Shards. You can get those from farming Nightfalls, from doing Master Grasp of Avarice, as well as the Master Vault of Glass. I also have the 3 Forsaken Ciphers that you can get from the Monument of the Lost Lights from the tower. I haven't used those yet, but I'm going to masterwork something and grab shards. You want to stock up on your prisms. If you're maxed out on prisms and you're short on cores, I do have another video on how to turn those into those. I'm also going to show you a tip on how to spend your finest matter weaves. I have a ton of these, and they're a pain in the butt to use, so I am going to make sure I use them up before the end of Witch Queen. Other thing you want to try to stack up on are these Paraversal Halls. You use a strange coin, you take 7 of them to buy 1, and these drop up to power cap. So Everybody's thinking that there is a possibility that you are going to be able to level your character with these Paraversal Halls. If that's the case, stacking these is going to be massive. So my plan is I'm going to stack as many as I can before Witch Queen comes out, and I'm going to hopefully be able to get a little bonus on my level grind that way. Also, with the tweet that came out from DMG, make sure you spend your gunsmith materials because it does sound like these are going to be going away. So spend the gunsmith materials. Don't hold on to them. That is a great way to get yourself extra legendary shards if you do not have them. Alright guys, so here's a way that you can spend your finest matter weaves. Is you want to come to the moon. You're going to pop one of these. It's going to give you this buff, finest matter weave. Defeated bosses have a chance of dropping an enhancement core. There's a few different chests around the moon that rotate on a daily or weekly basis. You're going to look for these chests. When you find this chest, you're going to shoot the first symbol wrong. So see, this one is kind of the burger looking emblem. So I'm going to shoot the A. When I shoot that, it's going to spawn this knight. Take the knight out. It's going to drop that purple engram. It has a chance. You may have to do this 1 or 2 times each time you pop a matter weave. But then when you go and pick it up, there's your enhancement cores. Just a quick way that you can spend your matter weaves and increase the enhancement cores that you have on you. All right, the next thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to have one of every character. So as you can see, I have my Titan, my Hunter, and my Warlock. You want to have one of each of those for leveling purposes so that when Witch Queen drops, you start on one character. You're going to do all the campaign. You're going to get all your levels up until you hit power cap. Do your powerfuls. Once you've done your powerfuls, you're then going to switch your weapons to your next character. Do the campaign, level it up, backfill it, get it to the power cap, then do its pinnacles. You're then going to switch to your next character, transfer your weapons over. You're going to do all that again. Do your pinnacles, your powerfuls, and then you're going to go back and switch those weapons back to your original character, backfill it, and then do its pinnacles. And that should give all your characters a pretty even base at the end of the first week that Witch Queen comes out. All right, let's talk exotic weapons that you should get before Witch Queen comes out. These are just my opinion. There's about 15 that I think you should hold on to and have ready to go for any reason at all. We don't know what the raid's going to be like, anything like that. So having a good arsenal of exotics ready is very important. So Izanagi's Burden, 4 times honed edge shot, does a ton of damage. Make sure you have it. Arbalist, so good now. Intrinsic anti-barrier, disruption break, and Genesis with the catalyst, so good. Deadman's Tale is going away. The Presage mission is going away when Witch Queen comes out. So run your Deadman's Tale once a week per account. Hopefully get yourself one with Vorpal. If you get a Vorpal high cal, even better. Witherhoard, the best add control exotic in my opinion. You can put this anywhere. It's going to do damage to multiple adds at the same time. Put it in hallways, spawn points, all that kind of stuff. So good. As well as if you stick it to an enemy, it does passive damage while you can use another weapon on either that enemy or enemies around you. Hawkmoon is going away with Witch Queen as well. The mission to get it. So go and run your Hawkmoon mission. You can do that once per character per week. You can get 3 rolls. And it's a very solid hand cannon to have just in case. Outbreak Perfected. This has been a while since it's been a meta weapon, but you never know. Having this ready to go, I just think you should have it ready. Aegir Scepter, Stasis, being able to freeze, all that kind of stuff is really good. Control adds, freeze adds. It's very good to have just in case. Telesto, we all know it somehow breaks the game every single season. Have it ready. Sure, most people do. If you don't, Telesto, get it. Make sure it's ready to go for Witch Queen. Divinity, amazing for giving the crit bubble to your teammates, giving you that bonus damage. Go run a garden, get your Divinity. Very good weapon. Very good to have. Gallowhorn, next season, will be the highest DPS weapon in the game. Sleeper outclasses it because of particle. So Galley, I believe, was going to be meta next season. And then with the buffing rocket launchers that are legendary, that's going to be great for damage. Have it ready to go. Sleeper Simulant, I just said, very strong weapon. Does a ton of damage. If you haven't got it yet, go get it. 1,000 Voices. We all know this thing is insane. Very strong. You get it from doing the Last Wish raid. It is RNG, but it is definitely worth doing your 3 clears a week and trying to get it. Anarchy. Probably the best heavy weapon that you can have still. They did nerf it. The reserves kind of suck, but I still think it's something you should have ready to go. Being able to stick 2 of the grenades to an enemy and do passive damage while you hit it with other weapons is so good. I highly suggest getting your spoils and spending it to get yourself the Anarchy. Lament, best sword for DPS and keeping yourself alive. You can do a ton of damage with this thing, but it also heals you as you use it. So something very good. You never know what our kind of bosses is going to be like. The new raid. Have this ready just in case. Whisper the Worm is getting a buff. And it's going to be when you hit your 3rd consecutive crit. It's going to reload 2 from reserves and pull 1 from thin air. So this is going to make it a lot better. The ammo situation is not going to be quite as bad. I think it should have it just in case. They've talked about it so many times that I think that this is going to be something that we're going to use quite a bit. And then last, I think Tractor Cannon is something you should have. Debuffs your enemies for your teammates. It's just great to have as a just in case to give them that little bit of extra damage you might need come Witch Queen. All right, let's talk legendary weapons. These are just my opinion. These are stuff that I'm going to have ready to go that I think is going to be useful come next season, come next expansion. Stuff that I'm going to hold on to just in case. Heritage Slug Shotgun from the Deepstone Crypt. This is the best roll I believe you can get. Reconstruction, recombination. Absolutely incredible. Chroma Rush, Heating Up Rampage. Any roll on this is great. The fact that this has extended mags and has a 60 magazine is huge. A Time Lost Fatebringer. This thing is incredible. It's a great hand cannon with explosive payload, and it can have Firefly on it, which is what the roll comes with anyways when you do the Templar Challenge. Definitely go do the Templar Challenge. It's so worth it. Accrued Redemption is from the Garden of Salvation raid. This is a great bow with anti-barrier bow coming out. Definitely one that I think you should go get. Ignition Code, Slide Shot, and Blinding Grenades. Blinding Grenades is the best thing you can get on a grenade launcher. Definitely get this one. Slide to reload it. Incredible. Night Watch. Now I have a rapid hit explosive, but if you do the New Light quest, you can get one that is overflow explosive. So good, so easy to get. Make sure you have this going into Witch Queen. Anti-barrier scout is going to be one of the things next season, so make sure you have it. Succession, amazing sniper rifle. Mine, unfortunately, is not the God roll. You definitely want the Reconstruction Vorpal, but having Vorpal on this thing is huge. Extraordinary Rendition, Subsistence Rampage. This is an amazing SMG. Very good to have. Going to be great for ad clear. And then if you do not want to use the Night Watch, there's the Hung Jury. Rapid Hit Explosive again. That's the role I have. Very, very, very good. The nice thing is this is the Adept, so you can put your Adept mods on it versus not being able to do that with the Night Watch. Energy weapons. Gnawing Hunger is always a great auto rifle. Make sure to try to get one if you don't yet. First and last out, auto-loading Vorpal. Hold on to it. Hopefully you have one of these. If you do, hold on to it. Point of the Stag from Iron Banner. This is amazing. This bow is great. It comes with Archer's Tempo and Vorpal. Definitely have this ready to go, especially for next season with the artifact mods. Shotguns. Pellet shotguns are getting a buff. Feeding Frenzy Trench Barrel on the Aquilos shotgun. This is going to be a very good roll, I think. Null Composure. Fusions are still good. Having Feeding Frenzy Reservoir Burst is very good. This one is very easy to get as it is a seasonal weapon. So if you haven't gotten it yet, go grab it. Same thing with Salvenger's Salvo. It was a seasonal weapon. Make sure you get this. It's so good. it's great for ad clear. Truth Teller, same thing like with Ignition Code. This is just a great grenade launcher. It has blinding nades. This roll, I believe, is one of the best, having auto loading and disruption break. Such a good grenade launcher. I think you should definitely have one of these for Witch Queen. Your Aikilos SMG, Threat Detector Demolitionist. I love this roll. It's a great submachine gun, really good for ad clear, and something I think you should have. And then just another sniper, if you haven't gotten this yet, the Azumi RR4. If you get one with Vorpal, that is great. Again, for damage to bosses and stuff like that, Vorpal is fantastic. Let's go on to heavies. Reed's Regret, triple tap firing line, linear fusions, I think are still going to be strong. So having a triple tap firing line is good. Triple tap Vorpal. You definitely just want that triple tap in either firing line or Vorpal. 7th Seraph Saw for creating Warmind cells. This is a good machine gun. We don't know if they're going to be buffed. So if you can get one, I would suggest getting one and holding onto it. Tomorrow's Answer. This one has cluster bombs. I think any kind of cluster bomb rocket launcher to pair if somebody's using Gallowhorn is good to have. And then have a Heathen's Vengeance. The time loss version, again, to be able to use adept mods. This has lasting impression. Lasting impression does stack with the Gallowhorn buff, so it's good to hold on to. Another rocket to get is the Hothead. This week it's out with Corrupted Grandmaster. Vorpal is great on rocket launchers. I would suggest getting one. Best sword in the game is the Falling Guillotine. It's just great for damage. I would definitely have this if you don't have one yet. Relentless Whirlwind Blade is the best roll, in my opinion. And last but not least, another linear, the Threaded Needle, Clown Cartridge, and Vorpal. Fantastic roll. If you can get a rapid hit Vorpal is even better. So I'm trying for that. But these are all different legendaries that I think, come Witch Queen, you should have ready to go in your arsenal. Alright, let's talk about storing your Glimmer in your vault. So I have almost a full page of ships, Zavala's Authority, and the other side Sparrow that you can hold on to. What you do is you go to your collections, equipment, ships, season 3, and you want to see if you have Zavala's Authority available. If you do, it costs you 7,500 Glimmer and 5 legendary shards to purchase. And the Sparrow is the exact same. The Sparrow you can still get. Called the other side, it drops from strikes. That also costs you 7,500 Glimmer and 5 legendary shards. Now when you dismantle them, do it here for the video just so you can see, you're going to get back all your legendary shards and 5,000 Glimmer. So you're losing 2,500 Glimmer, but you're able to store these in your vault, and you're able to store a ton of Glimmer if you have the vault space. So that if you need to upgrade stuff or anything like that, you have a ton of Glimmer at your disposal, and you're not having to run and see, I guess it's now Master Rahul in the tower, who's going to be our new vendor when Witch Queen comes out. But you aren't going to have to go anywhere to get that. You're just going to be able to transfer yourself a ship or a couple Sparrows, fill yourself back up on Glimmer, and then you're good to go. Alright guys, so that's my Witch Queen prep video. Hopefully it helped you guys out. Hopefully it gets you guys ready for Witch Queen. I cannot wait. February 22nd cannot come soon enough. I cannot wait for this expansion. It is going to be absolutely incredible. Make sure you guys drop a sub, like. Let me know below if I missed anything, if there's anything that you think I should have added to the video that may help somebody else out. Make sure you comment that down below. Until the next video, have a good one.